First band was RuPaul and the U-Hauls, and then that turned into Wee Wee Pole, which was so much fun. It was, talk about 10,000 hours. I was doing something the other day here on set, and it reminded me of the 10,000 hours I spent in Atlanta learning how to do what I do. Because everything I do today is, is just really a continuation of what I learned in Atlanta. You know, emceeing shows and learning how to put a show together and how to produce and how to just be myself. Atlanta was the first time I was on television. I was still living with my sister in Sandy Springs, the suburbs of Atlanta, working for my brother-in-law, and I happened upon a television show called The American Music Show. It was a public access show. So back then, for part of the reason or exchange for having cable wires throughout the city, cable providers had to give the public access to certain channels, which is called public access. And there was a show on public access, and they were the most unproduced, raw shows, and that's why I wanted to watch, because it was super wrong, and I loved it. I happened upon one show called The American Music Show, and I thought, oh, there's my tribe, because they were irreverent and funky and funny and everything, and I wrote a letter to them, and then with my phone number. And they called me and said, well, why don't you come on and be on our show? So some friends of mine, who later became the U-Hauls, put together a dance routine to Junior Walker and the All-Stars Shotgun. And, and so we went on that show and did that. And that was the beginning of my relationship with these wild, crazy people who were fabulous. These people, they were a group of friends who had met during the McGovern presidential campaign in Atlanta. They met there and they were irreverent, Monty Python, gay, straight, black, white, they were completely mixed. They had then sort of adopted this younger crowd who were in the punk rock scene and brought them into their fold. So these two generations mixed together and they mentored us. And that's what the American Music Show was.